on, everybody? This is Matt Does Fitness, and diarrhea is hereditary. It runs in your genes. Sorry, that was pretty disgusting. Okay, today was squat time. It was squat o'clock. I had 3 sets of 5 at 155 kilos, which is 342 pounds. Now, this is the last 3 sets of 5 session I did before my deload, and I got all the reps and I felt good and I was going deeper, so I think I'm ahead of where I was. So hopefully I'm now ready to kick on and hit some bigger weights. Like I mentioned there, I am trying to squat deeper now, so you'll see there I'm comfortably below parallel, so that kind of eliminates any element of doubt for me, and also stops me having to worry about, you know, what depth should I squat to. I just squat to pretty much full depth and that's it. Also, I am trialing, or I try to trial, getting more of a kind of stretch reflex, so basically dropping into the squat a little bit faster. I think sometimes, or previously, again, this probably comes back to where I'm kind of concerned about the depth that I'm going to. I was kind of like lowering myself too slowly, which obviously makes quite a large kind of eccentric contraction, which is obviously tiring and it's going to make it harder on occasion for you to hit the squat. So in theory, by dropping, not insanely quickly, because obviously I'll just collapse, but a bit faster, you get a bit of a stretch reflex, and you save yourself having to do that kind of big eccentric contraction. Here's my second set. I mean, to be honest, the last set in particular didn't feel particularly great. It was a bit of an effort, but the weight itself didn't feel too bad. I'm still not feeling amazing. I'm nowhere near the kind of level of soreness as I was last week. But still today, the 3 sets of 5 took it out of me. My quads were pretty hammered after doing this. But I mean, the fact that I got all 3 sets of 5, I'm really pleased with, because like I said, last week was pretty horrible, and it didn't knock my confidence as such, but I wasn't feeling great after it. So to be back where I was now, to be back where I was just prior to my deload now, and obviously right at the beginning of my cycle is obviously a good thing, because it now means, like I said, I can kick on. And I want to be hitting, I reckon by the end of the cycle, I mean really, I feel like I should be hitting at least, I don't know, 420, 430 pounds for a squat, at least, really. So that's what I'm looking at, if not more. That's what I feel like I'm capable of, so I do want to make sure I get that at the end of the cycle. Anyway, moving on, I then did some front squats. This is the second time ever in my life I've done these. I did them last week. They were pretty horrible. Today, what I did was, because a couple of guys recommended it to me, I brought my hands a little bit wider, so they weren't resting on my clavicles. They were kind of outside of my shoulders, and this made it much, much more comfortable. When I say that, I mean we're talking about, I don't know, like this is the equivalent of dying by being shot in the head over dying by drowning. Like, it's kind of still pretty rubbish, but it just felt better than it did last week. I went up to 110 kilos, which is 243 pounds. The weight itself felt light, but it's just getting used to that position. Yeah, I'm getting there. So I would imagine in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be lifting a lot more weight. It's just getting in that position. I still feel really uncomfortable holding the weight there. Anyway, moving on, I then did some wide grip chin-ups / pull-ups, whatever you want to call them. I did 3 sets. I believe I did somewhere in the order of 14 down to about 12, down to about 8 or so. I have I've said it before, a big weakness in this area in terms of wide grip stuff. It only dawned on me recently, so I'm going to make a big effort to improve that, because I think my lower lats in particular are pretty massively lagging, so I'm going to really try and hit that. I mean, today, for example, doing those wide grip pull-ups, I really felt my lower lats engaged, which, to be honest, I've probably never felt before, so that obviously shows me I've got a big weakness there, which I'm going to try and resolve. I then did some bent over barbell rows, but big fan of these. I did 3 sets of 12 down to about 10. I was pretty tired by that point, so they weren't great, but they felt okay. I then finished my back accessory work with some cable rows, using my favourite attachment. Probably see there, the sun is literally directly on my face. It felt like someone had a giant torch, or like a, I don't know, like one of those like lighthouse lights, and was shining it directly in my eyes. I literally could not see anything. By then I had to close my eyes, which meant that I felt like an absolute weirdo, and it was quite bizarre in terms of like proprioception, because I couldn't see what I was doing, but it was okay. I felt some nice back engagement, as I normally do with those. And that was that. And then I finished the session. Yes, that's right, I'm doing curls in the squat rack. The gym was pretty much empty by this point. I really couldn't be bothered to go and get anything else out. This was sitting in the squat rack, so I just picked it up and used it. I did 3 sets of, I think, 10 down to about 6 or so. No, it's a lie, 4 sets. And that was my session. So, don't hate me for doing that. I already hate myself as it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and I will see you tomorrow.